everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Kandace Krueger's our guest tonight. Is something up with your headphones there, Drew?
One ear.
Yeah, I got that too.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right, stop talking. She's Miss USA 2001. Thank you very much. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, why not? Candace is is it Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Are we in that now?
It's almost tomorrow's the last day. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I got to get busy.
You need your mammogram.
Well, I need my second one. Yeah. I get 2 a month. Drew was at the Miss USA competition this year, correct?
Yeah,
as a judge.
Mm-hmm.
And how did that go there, Drew?
Yes.
Did you vote for Candace?
I did actually.
Oh,
Of course he's gonna. Of course
No, I
say
did.
that.
It was on TV. You must have seen it. They print our
Right, but they only show the scores through the top 10. So once we're in the top 5, we don't know which way you're going.
Oh, well, I can tell you what happened. Well, you know what happened. Everybody else choked pretty badly, right?
Well, how did they choke?
I think you killed it at the end. That was it.
Yeah, one girl choked, but the other ones did pretty well.
Actually choked on some food, or
no?
Was
She did a great job. She was she stood out. At the end was like she pulled out of the heat.
So what happened was they asked that question where they say, if I gave you $1 million,
Bill Shatner standing there,
what would you do with it? And she said
world peace,
score some crack and get a pimp, or she just freaked out. Is that what happened?
I just remember people having trouble talking.
Candace, what was your because you've been building up to this question your whole life, essentially.
No,
I
wouldn't
not
say
you.
that.
No, I know you're one of these people who's not into it, but everyone else.
Convinced by our friends to do the content.
Right. Your friends dragged you down and signed you up without your blessing. But all the other people, a lot of these people have been going through pageants since they were younger.
Oh, yeah.
And even if they're not intentionally training for it, it's like, in a way, like a president training to be a president by going to Harvard or going to law school or becoming a poli-sci major or something like that. All the things you did, not getting arrested, things like that, were in a way sort of a build-up to this one question. What was your question?
Actually, the final question, the top 3 question, was our opinion on cloning. That was a real hot topic at the time. And
the one who screwed it up misinterpreted it and thought she said clowning and went on this big dissertation about it has no place in the classroom. And what happened? How did the one? I want to hear about the one who screwed up.
There were a couple of chokes.
Yeah, there were. I think the one that he's really referring to was.
No, you think I'm thinking about Missouri. I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
Georgia choked too.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And
did she use the N-word?
Well, she choked on it a little bit.
I see. And so what are your opinions about cloning? Quick. Now.
I don't agree with it. No,
really?
No cloning.
No cloning?
No cloning.
Okay.
That's the short version.
Actually, look, she just answered it comfortably. She talked about her mom. I don't remember what you said, but it was meaningful and it was comfortable and easy and it made sense and it was.
I was honest.
Yeah,
it wasn't forced.
It was just completely present. And it was like, okay.
I think people outthink themselves in that.
Yeah. What do you get? You get treatment on cloning?
You go
molecular biology.
Listen, I'm no scientist, but my reaction, and it's just a layman's opinion, and all of a sudden you win everyone over. You start off a little self-deprecation, like
it's about her now.
Here's my opinion. Well, I'm giving her answer. Shut up, Drew. How dare you barge into my studio and can conduct yourself this way in my program? Or what other questions did you get beside cloning?
The other question was regarding my mom and the rivalry between, not really the rivalry, I guess
I forget. Did they give you 2 questions? I forget the way it was worded.
There were actually 3 questions. But
I can't remember.
That set of questions was referring to my relationship with my mom, and my mom and I are very close, and so that one was really easy to answer and a lot of fun, actually.
And so now, what are your duties as Miss USA?
Well, my main goal is to help to raise awareness about both breast and ovarian cancer. Those are both my official causes as Miss USA.
You get to pick an official cause?
No, actually, it's the same cause year after year, in hopes that we can do more good.
But how long have they had the official cause?
Well, the official cause of breast and ovarian cancer, I think, has been around for about 5 years.
Because in the past, and in the 60s they didn't have, you didn't pick a cause, did you?
No, I think in the 60s it was just all about the crown, and you won, and that was
you went
that
around
was all.
and you opened tire stores, right?
Right.
And now you open tire stores, but you talk about breast safety.
Exactly, I do. Got to educate those women that are buying tires.
Breast safety.
It's really what it is. I mean, you get them mammograms and you feel yourself up in the shower, right? So, now what about, and why in the shower? Is it just because you happen to be naked, or is it have something to do?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And you're by yourself. It's,
Right.
Your hand moves easily over the...
Right, where you have a little lubrication there. Right. I touched myself in the shower about an hour ago, by the way. So now what? We were talking before the show. You're going to do some USO stuff?
I am.
How's that work?
Well, I get on a plane and... No, just kidding. Actually, I'm not real familiar I'm not real informed about the entire trip. I just found out today. I believe we're going to the Balkans. And I leave on the 11th. And I'll be there until the 19th.
And you don't spin a baton or anything, right? I mean, you just say hi and talk to them.
Actually, you're going to laugh when I tell you, but I think I'm going to be lip-syncing a song.
Really?
I sing in the shower.
Don't
touch yourself, I sing in the shower. And,
really?
And you don't want me to sing anywhere else.
She was impressed by that touching yourself. Stay with her. Well, Adam sings too.
And what do you do? Like The Greatest Love of All, or Did I Ever Tell You're My Hero? Oh, would you shut up with the...
I honestly don't remember I wasn't familiar with the song that they told me I'd be singing, or lip syncing, I should say.
They told you had to lip sync a song that you weren't familiar with?
It's an older song.
Can you say no? Can you say, I'll do something else?
I think I could say no and probably wouldn't be able to go, and I really want to go.
Can you sing?
No.
Oh.
Well, shouldn't they pick
in
something
church and in the shower?
Why don't they just pick something you can do?
Well...
Breast examination? that would help the troops' morale.
This is what she can do.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
No.
The radio?
The lip singing.
What do you mean that's what she can do? She can do other stuff. You can do stuff. What was the talent portion of the Miss USA?
We didn't have a talent portion.
What is up with that? Why not?
We competed in swimsuit, evening gown, and interview.
I'm all for that, but
Trump got rid of the talent thing.
Did he? Can he do that?
Actually, the Miss USA competition has never had talent.
Oh, it hasn't?
That's solely Miss America.
Oh, I thought all these types of competitions had a talent. I like that.
Not to say that we're talentless.
No, I know. I love it when the crazy Korean chick plays the harp and stuff like that. It's bizarre. And the worst is when they count acting as a talent. So they go, she's going to do a scene from Hurly Burly now? It's like, wait a minute, that's not a talent. You just memorize something.
Right. I think that's one of the reasons that, they didn't ever add the talent portion into the competition.
Well, what they should really do is just do it like they do with the open mics when I used to do stand-up, which is they do the talent thing, but if it's not going good, they shine the flashlight on you.
Or how about
that means
just
wrap it up.
Put 3 of them out there and just go, okay, you're in a school.
Do a little improv competition.
Just in place, person.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, that's what the answering of the question is. So, okay, so we want to take some calls?
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything you're going to be somewhere besides on an aircraft carrier or something?
I'm actually going to be on Craig Kilborn tomorrow night.
And
the Late Show.
Speaking of talent, that's him. Thank you. Melissa?
Yeah?
You're 22?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, I guess this question's for Dr. Drew. I can't seem to get aroused. Now, when I was younger, at age 12, I had a bilateral self-finger oophorectomy. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Why? What happened?
Excuse me?
What happened?
I was diagnosed with cancer, with lymphoma. And
of the pelvic organs?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
My reproductive system was complete.
She had everything taken out.
Age 12?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, God hates you. And that's the way you got to look at it, right? Of course.
Well, I guess not anymore. I mean.
Yeah, she's doing fine.
You've paid your dues, yeah.
So, Melissa, and you've been on estrogens ever since, right?
Yes, I have.
And progesterone or just estrogens?
I was on Premarin and Provera at first. Then they switched me over to Prempro.
Okay.
And then since I kept going to doctors and telling them I had no libido, I didn't get aroused at all. They had me on Demulan, and now I'm on Estra test. But it doesn't seem to be working.
How long has the libido problem been present?
Well, I remember I used to, when I was younger, before the surgeries and everything, like, I would get aroused, but then after that, I noticed.
Yeah, but you were 11, right?
12, yeah.
No, I was. It was like a month before my 13th birthday.
When you had your surgery.
Right.
And you're married now, is that right?
Yes, I am.
And how's that going?
It's good, but he gets a little frustrated that.
Well, can you have an orgasm?
No.
How were you treated with lymphoma? Did you get chemo?
I had chemotherapy and plus the surgeries.
What were the chemos?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Is there any way you can have kids?
No.
No,
well,
that's all.
Not with today's technology.
Well,
you can't implant something somewhere.
Right.
What?
You can?
Your ovaries don't exist anymore.
No, but actually, they told me that if I get an egg from a cousin or
but she can't have
Well, no, that's not what I'm asking. I know that. I mean, just mean, is it physically possible through modern science?
You still have you have a uterus, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so she can give birth if they implant a fetus into her.
Yeah, I know there's going to be a procedure here. That's what I'm saying. I just want to know if it's physically possible to do it all.
Except have her own child.
I said have a child. I didn't say have her own child, idiot. You thinking of doing that, Melissa?
Yes, I am.
Good for you. All right, so Drew, what about this?
You know, I wonder if this is something more to do with the chemo than your hormones per se, because estrogen test what you're on is a pretty substantial combination of estrogen and testosterone. And that usually takes care of this unless you're depressed or on other medication that suppresses your libido. I would look into maybe seeing a general medical doctor about whether or not this is some sort of residual effect of the chemo, because the lymphomal chemos are pretty hefty, and there can be heart problems and lung problems and other things that kind of just physically can impair your ability to respond and feel well and have a normal libido.
True. That's pretty unusual having that procedure at that age, isn't that?
That's why I said what happened. How about just lymphoma? I've never seen lymphoma of the pelvic organs, ever.
Oh, really?
Let alone at 12. That's bizarre.
That's scary.
That is bizarre.
Yeah. And that stuff it's just a freak occurrence, right?
Yeah. Why?
Well, I don't know.
You wonder if God really hates her?
Well, I think either God has cursed her, or it's like everyone needs an answer. You know, she stood too close to the microwave as a kid or something like that.
No way.
Jeff? So Scott hates her, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 22. What's up?
Yeah, Adam, Drew, big fan. Love you guys' show. Adam, big fan of the Man Show. Watch it all the time.
Thank you.
This question is actually for Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Jeff.
I've been with my girlfriend currently for about 2.5 years, and we've both had protected and unprotected sex. And she's on birth control and stuff, so no kids or nothing. And she actually, when we do use condoms, or used to, the reason we stopped is because when we lubricated the condom with the KY jelly, she said it actually burns her. And, we've tried KY and wet and some other products of that nature, but she said it burns when I put it on.
You think it's the lubricant, not the condom itself?
Yeah, because I've used the condom, and just the lubricant just wears out. So you just put get the KY and put it on, and it wears out. She said,
I think that has more to do with the fact that you let things they wear out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you were not paying attention sooner.
Yeah.
It's just a sign of irritation.
You'll fry a bearing if you don't repack them every once in a while.
Okay.
That's what Kandace was about to chime in with. One good automotive reference there. Hey, but Drew, I just had this crazy idea.
Yeah.
And I really mean it. This KY and this other stuff.
Yeah.
The vagina, how much different is that than the mouth in terms of what it could tolerate?
What are you getting at?
Well, what I'm saying
I'm so scared the path is going down.
She thinks she's allergic to this or that it irritates
so you try
her.
It in your mouth?
Well, why not first just put some on your hand and take a part of your body, near your underarm?
No, that's actually a reasonable suggestion.
Rub it on there and see if it turns red.
Yeah.
And if not, what about putting a little on the inside of your cheek? See what it does.
Interesting idea.
I see. Do you see the genius here, Kandace?
Absolutely.
You do? She wasn't looking at me though.
That's a great idea.
I know the inside of your mouth not the same as your vagina, but what is?
It's similar.
Is it close?
Yeah, it's similar.
You got the mucous membrane in there?
Similar. I mean, certainly in terms of how the immune system operates, it's similar.
And what's a good part of your skin, like I said, right under your underarm or something, somewhere the skin is sort of Sensitive.
Right here.
Inside of your arm?
Yeah, that's a good spot.
By your elbow?
Yeah.
So should people, before they get out the Love Lube, put a dab on there and see what it does?
If you were going to have a bad allergic reaction, yeah, you'd probably have it on your skin.
It couldn't hurt.
What are the chances of having an allergic reaction to that stuff, though?
The KY is pretty inert. Some of the stuff I'm sure people get their hands on is perfumes and things people can react to.
But I'll tell you, Drew, I keep some on there, just like, I remember Fred Biletnikoff, the old wideout for the LA Raiders.
Some grease,
he used to put that stickum all over his sock. He'd put it in there and he'd reach down.
Was Jack Snow?
He'd reach down and dab on it.
Biletnikoff was with the Raiders.
I just said Biletnikoff.
I thought you said the Raiders. I thought you said the Rams, I'm sorry.
How dare you? He'd, where was I? He'd reach down and grab some. Right?
Yeah.
Lester Hayes used to do that, too, until they outlawed it. I like to do that when I'm having sex with the KY. I'll just put a big blob on, like on the inside of my sock or the inside of my elbow. That way I can get to it.
Yeah, that's really convenient.
Right, you don't have to go for the tube. It's right there. You
don't mess up the moment.
You don't have to get out of the game in order to get it, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Don't just pretend he's not talking. Don't go along with him.
Melanie?
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
You're 28. What's up?
My question is for Dr. Drew. My boyfriend had told me, like, less than a week ago, he was developing symptoms I thought were associated with a bladder infection. He went to the doctor the other day, and the doctor gave him Cipro, which is a 3-day dose. So I assume it's a pretty high dose for if he's only taking it for 3 days.
No. That's a standard dose for a urinary tract infection.
Okay. What I'm concerned with is he had wondered why or how he developed it, and the doctor asked him if he had any new sexual partners.
Well,
is that something that can be transferred through sex?
Well, this sounds like this whole situation is a little bit screwed up.
Okay.
Because a true urinary tract infection can be treated even with one dose of an antibiotic, and 3 days is nowadays sort of a standard course. Okay. And that's a bacteria like E. coli that gets into your bladder, also called a bladder infection or a kidney infection. Sometimes people call it if it gets up even higher. Sexually transmitted disease is actually usually an infection of the urethra, and that will not get better with 3 days of Cipro. Not typically, and it will require some other antibiotics for that. So he's not really being treated for a sexually transmitted disease. He's being treated for a bladder infection. And bladder infections in men are usually not contracted through sexual contact.
No, unless they have a really short urethra. Then it gets pushed up in there.
Care to share?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, Anna.
So I shouldn't have to worry about I've contracted a bladder infection?
No. But you should be seen just to make sure that he was diagnosed properly. I mean, maybe there's a chlamydia or something here that was sort of missed. And get it checked out.
Do you suspect he's been screwing around on you?
No, not at all. Actually, like, when we discussed it, he had said, well, do I have anything to worry about? Like, I was screwing around on him, possibly.
Did they check a culture of his urine?
I believe so. Because I had told him when he went there that's all they're going to do is make him pee in a cup and they'll check it.
Right.
And he didn't say that they did anything differently.
Man, it just sounds like this wasn't thoroughly done. It could be a prostate infection. It could be a lot of different things.
Well, guys don't get bladder infections.
They really don't. No, they get prostate problems. And so.
That's right. Like men.
It's a good thing, because I tell you what, those are not fun.
Bad times, huh? Yeah. Is there a woman alive that doesn't get 100 of these things between the age of 15 and 30?
I know of.
And what I find interesting is how come women weren't dying of pyelonephritis, which is the kidney infection.
I just had that conversation with one of my buddies today.
You know what I'm saying? In days of yore, before antibiotics, these things can be very serious.
Oh, yeah.
Why were women dying of this all the time?
Well, maybe they were dying of it.
They just didn't know what it was.
Something else.
Calling it the grip or consumption or something.
The curse.
Consumption.
A pox has been put on your bladder. And this now does this go away for women when they get into their 30s? Or they not hump as much, or they don't complain about it as much, or what is it?
In later life, the main kinds of illnesses we see, other than flus and whatnot, women in their 70s and 80s, is urinary sepsis and pneumonia. So these urine infections become systemic. They become overwhelming later.
Wow.
What is it that older... I don't know, maybe it's just this show. We don't talk to a bunch of women in their 50s. I never hear older women seeming to complain about it.
It's one partner. They're sort of figuring that all out and how not to get it.
Right. And I think as the relationship progresses, a lot of them go the anal route. Is that what you're saying, Drew? That would have been a good answer for that Miss USA question, Kandace.
I was thinking the same thing.
You worked that right in.
Shatner tried leaning over that way.
Was that?
Was that what he was doing when he was leaning over?
Yeah, that's what he was getting at.
I thought that was
Shatner hosted that thing?
He did.
Mm-hmm.
How'd he do? Did he sing? Sing Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds or something?
He actually commented on the irony of him playing a host in the movie, Miscongeniality. And then here he is hosting the same thing.
That's probably how he got the gig. James?
Hi.
Hey, you're 18. What's up?
Not much. I just had a question. Like, I've never had a sexual encounter with woman or man, but there's a guy on the football team that I'm like, leaning towards.
Yeah.
And I was just...
You're gay.
True, please. Go ahead.
I don't know if I'm gay or not, because, I've never really been interested in the whole thing yet. I just was wondering how I go about, if I should approach him or...
Faggot better...
Hey. Please. Now, what's up with the women? Are you interested in women?
Yeah.
You are?
I hang out with women and stuff like this.
Well, hang out with them. Who do you masturbate to? Me or Drew? No, who? Women or men?
Women.
You do?
Yeah.
You have some pornography, do you?
Yeah, I got it hid under the bed,
You have any male pornography?
No.
No. You never fantasize about that?
Just this guy. It's just something about him that just, something about him.
Yeah.
It's not working for us, James.
I don't really buy it. Sorry, James. It's not adding up.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
now really not. That what?
A little
really screwed
righteous
you.
indignation.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. What's the guy's name?
Steve.
There you go.
All right, James. See ya. Good try. Now, see, here's the whole thing on this show in terms of the bogus calls. A and B have to equal C.
Right.
You can't call up. See, here's what happens. People call up with C, and that's fine. It's like C is, I'm interested in this guy on the team, and fine. That's not bogus. That happens all the time. But then when we go back and explore A and B, it's got to equal that. And when it doesn't, that means bogus.
Yeah.
You're not just hot for some guy named Steve on your football team and never think about other men and never have any contact and never fantasize about that.
Doesn't work.
All right. Kandace Krueger is our guest tonight. She is Miss USA 2001. Now, does your reign go to the end of the calendar year?
Actually goes through March.
Yeah, because
March 1st.
That's when the event is, right?
Right.
All right, so that's good. You got some time.
About 5 months.
Yeah, okay. Be lip syncing on the deck of a U.S. aircraft.
Right.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah, Eric. Fantastic. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Jeremy. Did you cry when they put the crown on you or the tiara on you?
Eventually. At first, I couldn't. It wouldn't happen. I felt like I needed to cry, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think this bitch.
I remember
she didn't want it.
Interesting moment right after. I was sitting next to Martha Stewart, and she walks up and she goes, "Well, are you happy?" Remember that?
No.
I thought, what an interesting thing to ask someone.
Martha said that?
Yeah.
Oh, she's asked me that. Yeah, gosh, the whole night is a blur.
She goes, you happy? You glad you got that? Is what you wanted? It's like, what a funny thing to ask.
Was she just making conversation? Or
No,
she on camera?
No, it was not on camera. She and I walked up onto the stage at the end of this thing, and she walked right up to you and went, "I'm happy for you. Is this what you wanted? Are you happy?"
Oh wow, I don't even remember.
Wow. Okay. Well,
all right. I hope you're satisfied, young lady.
That's sort of what it was.
You realize the next year you're not going to be able to sleep in or smoke weed. I hope you're satisfied. We'll take a little break. We'll be back. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Kandace Krueger is our guest tonight. She's currently Miss USA 2001. Thank you. She cried after she didn't cry initially, but then she stepped on the tack that she'd put in her shoe, and tears came to her eyes. So she got that. Martha Stewart was one of the guests, or one of the judges, along with Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
This was in March, and where was this at?
Gary, Indiana.
Why Gary, Indiana?
Why Gary, Indiana?
Well, each different cities can put in bids to have the pageant in their city, and Gary was selected. They're really trying to improve their image, and
they have a huge convention center.
Gary is?
Huge. They do. They are, right. And trying to boost the image of the city and kind of overhaul the city, I guess you could say. And they thought that it would be good to have us there. And it was. I think it was. I hope that they got what they thought from having the pageant there. It kind of beautified Gary a little bit.
What happened to Gary? I mean, did something screw them up along the way? What'd they do over there?
They've had some economic issues and crime issues over the past 20, 30 years.
All right. Well, someone should tell them no one cares. Do you know what I'm saying?
The restaurants there were one of the best dinners ever.
True.
Seriously.
Did they pay you to say that?
No, this is a great restaurant. They're sort of surprising.
You know, I think in everything that's happened over the last few weeks, it really puts things into perspective, and I think it's more about the people. I was just there a few weeks ago and spoke at a breast cancer luncheon, and the people there have always, every trip I've made there have just been so hospitable and just as kind as could be, and I think that's what it's all about, and they're really working their hardest, you know, like I said, to really do it.
To be fair, you don't see the dark side of Gary. There's a seedy underbelly over there that you're not exposed to because, you know, you're talking at luncheons and things. I'll show you my Gary, Indiana, and you'll be whistling a different tune, right, Drew? Okay. Drew, who else?
Who else would you want
to go on about Gary a little more? Or
I can't remember everybody's name.
Martha Stewart. Was there one faggoty hairdresser guy that just went by one name, like Jose?
Well, there was.
There had to be, right?
What's the model's name that you?
Who was the faggoty hairdresser guy?
There was no faggoty hairdresser guy. There was not.
Really?
There was not.
What is going on with this competition?
One of the Baldwins was there,
right?
Of course.
Right. The fifth one.
The fifth Baldwin was there. People's names I don't remember.
Okay.
Duff was there.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my girl.
And what is her name?
I can't believe I've gone blank on the
woman that's got the new Ananda Lewis. Who was terrific.
Right.
Tremendous, yeah.
All right. Now,
Doris
from Everyone Loves Raymond.
Drew, how many people do you think dropped out or passed on it before they got to you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Do you think it's in three or four digits?
Three digits.
Three digits,
yeah.
But it could be 900.
Yeah, it could be 999. Yeah, it could be. It could be 101.
Okay, I'm gonna have to disagree.
All right. Yeah, Drew was dynamite.
That's too high.
Oh, you think it was more like
it's 50?
More like the mid eights.
I'm gonna go single digit.
All right. I want to talk to this guy who's wearing a C ring. James?
Hey, yeah.
Hey, you're 35.
Now he's not allowed to say that word, right?
Yeah, we can only say C ring. We can't say the whole word.
Oh, yeah, okay. So
or penis ring, we can say.
Okay. Sorry.
Is that your question? What is your question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Dr. Drew about this accessory. I've been wearing one for the past 2 or 3 months now.
Continuously?
I'm like my best friend.
Continuously.
It's improved pleasure between myself and my partner.
What was
become fantastic.
What was the problem you were having in the first place?
Well, there hasn't been a problem. It's just I think now that I've gotten older, I just need maybe a little more stimulus.
Well, let me ask a C-ring related question. I've never used one. I'm familiar with the concept and how it's supposed to work, but what I can't figure out is it's a ring. You don't snap it on, right?
No, the one that I got, it's kind of tight. I could have got one, I think, a little bigger.
Listen, retard, it's a ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fixed.
So
hold on. How does this happen every night? Here's how it goes. A little reenactment. Let me clear something up. Now, it's a ring. You don't snap it on, right? It's a ring. No. Mine is tight.
Mine's a ring.
Mine's tight. No. Look, okay, it's a ring. I just want to make sure we know that's a closed ring. And the question that I want to know is, when do you put it? Now, you don't put it on after you have the erection.
No.
Or do you put it on before? You must put it on before, but then how's the blood get in there? Now, we're going to ask James, but this may take a while.
It's under arterial pressure, and it's the venous stuff that doesn't get out. You know what I'm saying?
No, but James?
Yes.
So, you put the ring on after the erection?
Yeah, sometimes, but for the most part, the reason I'm really concerned is because...
Hold on. You put the ring on after the erection?
After the erection has come on, yes.
Okay, just say yes then. Yes, well, sometimes.
All right, what's the question?
Well, the reason I said sometimes is because sometimes I find myself wearing it even outside of sex.
All right, what's the question?
And how does it stay on?
I'm concerned about I know that there are farmers or ranchers that put these things on their sheep to castrate them.
Right.
And I'm just concerned whether or not this is doing damage over long extended times.
Yeah, hold on. Drew's drawing a picture of
everything's through.
Of a C-ring. Oh, wait a minute. No, you don't.
I think that's what he's.
You put your nuts through this C-ring?
No, not my nut.
Okay. All right, hold on.
I thought that's how maybe he got this thing.
I know, but it's Clash of the Tardans over here. I know it sounds like I'm a colossal prick, but I'm trying to.
It sounds like it.
Hey,
well, okay,
you're a prick. I am, but I know there's a lot of people listening who don't know how these things work, and I just want to kind of go through it.
I'm one of them. That's why I'm just speculating.
Well, I know. Drew just drew a picture of a big sack hanging through a hula hoop. You idiot. No, it goes on only over the penis, and then the question is when you're flaccid, how does it stay on? But, of course, James had no idea what I meant when I said that.
All right, James, go ahead and ask your question before we actually bring in the fisticuffs.
No, I want to know how it stays on when you're not erect.
Well, for the most part, it keeps me engorged throughout the entire day. Sometimes I just find myself just wearing it all the time.
Okay.
So
and it's done a lot for my self-esteem as well, because I find,
No, listen, if that's true, then you need a lobotomy. You wear a C-ring out all day with an erection for 8 hours?
Yeah.
All right. Are you gay?
No, I'm not.
Wow. This is bizarre.
What is your question?
He wants to know if he can do damage.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay, that you can. That it can cause increasing difficulty having erection without some sort of aid.
Well, yesterday you were talking about.
Hey, listen, James, just wear it when you're having sex. Isn't that good enough? Do you have to wear it around?
Even that could potentially create dependency.
After 20 years, you're fine.
He's 35.
How long have you been using it?
For the past 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. That's right. All right. You're cool. James, just use it for sex. Don't wear it outside the house. And what about the butt plug? You wear that to work, too?
No, I don't wear one of those.
All right. Take care of yourself. What do you do for a living? You work with kids? Or?
I'm a cartoonist.
Cartoonist.
Kids cartoons, yeah.
All right, nut job. Take care of yourself.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Jeremy.
Drew, you always think the nuts go through the C-ring, too. And I always tell you, no, you don't put the nuts through the C-ring.
How many times have we had that discussion?
We have had it before.
All right.
Candace, you knew that nuts don't go.
I've never even heard of a C-ring. I'm going to be completely honest.
Please.
I really haven't.
Please.
Am I just that naive that I haven't?
You spoke about it at the in the luncheon in Gary, didn't you? You don't know what the C-ring is?
The Kiwanis Club.
Yeah, the Rotarians. One of the older gentlemen had a question about a C-ring.
All right, Jeremy. 20.
You put this ring around the base of your penis.
Hey, Jeremy.
After you get the erection.
Jeremy.
Oh, wait a minute, Drew.
Oh.
Did it go on after the erection?
He said no.
It goes on before the erection.
Yeah.
But then how do you get the erection?
I don't know.
But can you explain to me the point?
Oh, it keeps the blood in there.
I see. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you draw me a picture?
No. Drew, draw the picture. This time with the nuts and the left foot going through it.
Oh.
Drew draws a picture.
Jeremy.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, Dr. Drew?
Okay.
Adam.
Hey.
Big fan.
Great.
My question, Dr. Drew, this is to both of you, because, I was wondering is there something that, like, kids in their, I'm about to be 21, like a midlife crisis sort of thing that you get at a young age?
Yeah, there's a whole syndrome now being called the quarter life.
It's called depression.
Yeah, it's depression, but they're sort of characterizing it as the quarter life crisis. Somebody wrote a book and called it that. I actually did an Oprah show about that very phenomenon.
It can't be depression. I mean, I'm not depressed. I have a lot of friends.
Well, what's the crisis part?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Well, I mean, I'm in college. I go to Michigan State here, and like, my roommates, we're all close friends. I broke up with my girlfriend last month, and and the reason was, like, I have absolutely no idea what I want to do with my life anymore. I used to say I'm going to go to law school, gonna, be a lawyer, do whatever. You might look at a book called Passages, because it talks about the 18 to 22-year-old transition, and that is one of the most difficult transitions in life. It's the final individuation from your home of origin. It is the establishment of who you are in the world. It's a lot of heavy decisions that people. That for me was one of the most difficult phases of my life. I would not want to go through that again.
I was up nights, lamenting, going over my decision. Did I make the right move, going from cleaning carpets to digging ditches?
But think how miserable you were.
Well, I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to kill myself when I was 27 too.
But you sort of got stuck in that transition, never got out.
Well, that's because I came from a bunch of losers and no one had any money, and I was hanging around with idiots. There's nothing to do. It's worse when you like.
It works both ways.
Well, yeah, you're depressed because you have options, and I was depressed because I had no options.
But it's still part of the same problem, which you're trying to dig out literally and establish yourself in the world and who you are.
Well, it's a scary time because you're making huge life decisions. They're going to affect your future.
But you're going to college, Drew. You just go to college. That's what you did.
Yeah, but then during college, you're trying to make choices about what to study, where you're going. How much your time are you going to dedicate to this?
You're breaking my heart.
There you go.
Jeremy, just stay in college, would you?
Oh, no, I was never...
And some of this... And by the way, some of this is depression, Jeremy. It is kind of a depression.
Depression. See, when I think of depression, I think, I don't have the type of thing, like, I don't really have to worry about money or anything like that. I come from a good family. My parents, my dad's a lawyer, but never, ever questioned...
Let's call it, put a different word on it. Let's call it stress.
Okay.
Okay? You're stressed.
Well, what's your muse? What do you like to do? What are you interested in?
Well, I'm a good speaker. I like sales. I like women.
All right, so you become a barker out front. Come on in. We got young naked chicks in here. Two drink minimum.
Should you get a law degree first before he does it?
Get the law degree. Yeah. And you use your voice. You like the ladies. You like communicating.
All right. You'll be fine, Joe.
Yeah, just think.
Everyone gets to go through this.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't freak yourself out.
Is medicinal marijuana helpful?
No, it makes it worse. Believe me. You'll start having, you could have panic, you might get addicted if you really like it, and you could make your depression worse.
All right, so
there's no medicinal marijuana for mental illness. There's no such thing.
All right, here's the deal. That time from the time that you graduate high school till the time that you get involved with the career, I think as a male especially, until you get involved with the career that you like, which is oftentimes a pretty big window, can be a turbulent time.
You were like 15 years doing that, right?
Well, also, when you're going to high school and you're a horrible student and you're not going to college, you might as well just be working. I mean mentally. You're thinking, the clock's ticking. I'm going to graduate another 6 months, and then what?
Let me just quickly see if this guy's a marijuana addict.
No,
Jeremy,
he's fine.
Yeah?
He's fine. He's good. All right. Jeremy?
Yeah.
Smoking pot every day?
As of the last about month, I have been.
That's your main problem.
Really?
Nothing else is going to fall into place till you take care of that one.
All right.
That affects career probably more than anything else, daily pot.
Let's take ourselves a little break. Kandace Krueger is our guest tonight. Miss USA 2001. Thank you. You want to thank anyone, Kandace?
I want to thank you guys for having me on.
Smart. Very smart. She's sharp. I see why.
And I want to thank Dr. Drew for
voting
for me.
Right.
Definitely have to thank him.
No oral favors for that, Drew?
No.
None?
No.
Just a hand, huh? All right. We'll take a little break. Hey, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Kandace Krueger is our guest tonight. Miss USA 2001. I hadn't seen Kandace stand up until now, but she's a big, tall, beautiful drink of water.
Big?
Well, big.
I don't like that word.
Sure, you know what I meant that in a good way, right? She's a tall woman, and got quite a rear end on her too. I mean, in a
my
good way.
Kalo.
Very nice, very nice. Drew, the swimsuit. You had 2-piece in the swimsuit competition.
Oh, yeah.
How was that, Drew? Good?
All good.
And Drew, you were down low too. I mean, that's a good angle. You know what I'm saying?
I imagine, but the whole time I kept thinking to myself, what it is you guys have to go through. I mean, and there's a whole thing there. They're communicating the whole time.
Yeah. Well, what about some of those rituals you always hear about, the Vaseline or the Preparation H or duct tape or any of that stuff?
Never tried the Vaseline, the duct tape, and the Preparation H.
Preparation H goes what? Under your eyes or
under
something?
Your eyes, yes.
To shrink if you have bags under your eyes?
It works.
It does?
It does work. And also Visine on red spots. Just like it takes the red out of your eyes, it will also take the red out of, blemishes on your face before you apply makeup. That's
interesting.
Good.
Yeah, so like if you had a zit or something, you put some Visine on it?
I mean, it's not going to completely go away, but it will help to take, the intensity of the redness.
Duct tape?
Where's the duct tape go? Hold the breast together, a little cleavage?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And what do you do? Go from one side to the next?
Mm-hmm.
Is that under the
But they like sell tape that does that, right? They sell things.
Well, a lot of the women were using like silver packaging tape, and that can really tear your skin. So medical tape is usually the best route.
And what do? You go from left to right, and you just sort of mash them together a little bit. That's
the art of it.
Is that for evening gown?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't work for the bikini, though, right?
Well, it depends. You'd have to have a really thin piece of tape so it wouldn't show.
Right.
Kind of takes away if you can see a big, huge hunk of tape underneath the big.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Where were we here, Drew? Talking to Donna. Donna?
Hey.
Hey, you're 21. What's up?
Yeah, I called a couple of weeks ago because I thought that I was having my headaches because I was depressed because I wasn't giving BJ's, a.k.a. Smoking Pole.
Oh, remember her?
Right.
Hey.
Right.
And so I don't want you to be faithful to me, and we were kind of like, I've smoked his friends' poles, like all of them, and
this is you, right?
That was her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Anderson.
Well, my problem was that I thought that because I was stressed out that I was having the tension headaches, and I had reverted to drinking a lot because I wasn't smoking pole,
Right.
It kind of, No,
I'm the same way. It's bottle or pole. And if I put down the bottle, I pick up the pole, or vice versa.
Exactly.
Right, Drew?
Yeah, too.
Well, Dr. Drew told me I should go to a 12-step program. So that following week, my dad, he's an alcoholic also.
Of course.
And he goes to them like 3 times a week, if not more,
Right.
because it's part of his program.
So you went with Dad?
Yes, I went with my father.
That's huge.
Yeah, so I went the first time just to check it out, see how it would be, see if I'd be interested. And I loved it. It was so great. Like, everybody there was so cool. I mean, they're, like, so not judgmental. Of course, I didn't tell the part about smoking pole, because that would be kind of hard.
That will come in time. But listen, here, you ready to follow some more direction?
Really?
She will, yeah. She'll talk about it.
Not in front of Dad.
Yeah,
Dad out in the audience.
I would never tell my dad.
You're right. It'll be a women's stag meeting. You'll bring that one up. But listen, your next, the direction I'm going to give you now is get a sponsor. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll answer for him.
Get a sponsor.
We're moving on. Good. God bless you, Donna. Jill?
Yes?
23, what's up?
Hey, just want to say I'm a big fan. I have been sexually active for about 10 years, and although I enjoy sex a whole lot, I have never had an orgasm. And I was wondering, asked my gynecologist if there was anything wrong, and she said no, so.
Have you had one on your own?
No, and I have tried.
Are you on a medication?
No.
You ever used the tub?
Tried it, and just got wrinkly. My toes and stuff.
Oh, your toes, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
And you try vibrator?
Yeah, pretty much everything.
Nothing works, huh?
Have you had a relationship?
My last real relationship was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
When you were 17, right?
Yeah.
You gotta be in love. Right, Candace? Yeah, you're engaged?
Agree.
Are you engaged? What's that big rock?
Oh, no.
What is that thing?
I don't even have a significant other. Are you kidding?
What's up with you? Why not?
Too busy.
You attracted to me at all? I mean, I know you like Drew.
I want you to put yourself in my shoes, and when I meet new men and I tell them that I'm Miss USA, it's not always a good reaction.
Really?
What do they do?
They act weird. I've had men that have said, okay, stay right there, for example, at a bar. Stay right there. I want to go get my friends. I have some good friends that are accountants, and they're always telling me, Candace, just tell them you're an accountant. They won't ask you any more questions.
Now, you're too good looking to be an accountant. You can never have a real job until you get ugly. Jill?
Yes?
You need to just meet a guy and fall in love and try that route.
Oh, man.
Well, listen, you've tried the tub, you've tried the vibrator.
It'll sort of hook up better. Everything will sort of work properly when you're in love with someone.
Were you ever molested?
No.
And nothing weird? Nobody beat on you or anything?
No.
No big abandonments or anything in your life?
Nope.
All right. Get a relationship, all right?
Okay. Yeah, don't freak out. Look, there's, like we always say, there's the 10% of women who are like crazy multi-orgasmic, and then there's the 10% who never have an orgasm. And I don't, sometimes you can attribute it to something, but sometimes it's just that's the way it is.
Their biology.
The good news is at 23, you're still young. She needs to fall in love, and then she can fake orgasms.
Right.
Okay. That's the way God wants it.
Did you go to Austin? You went to UT?
Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Did we go to Texas A&M?
Howdy.
Howdy.
I'm not into the howdy thing.
Oh, you're not?
No. I have to say hi. When people say hi, howdy, I have to say hi
when you go back there to speak, it's a great thing to fall back on.
Just yell howdy.
It
yell
is,
howdy and
it
they
is.
go,
Right.
Where are you from? You from that area?
I'm from Austin. From Austin, but went to A&M.
Where do you live now?
In New York.
Oh, yeah. Good timing. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Todd. Todd is
36, Adam. Todd is 36.
Oh, there's a guy named Todd who's made it to age 36. He won't make it to 37, though.
Okay, we'll talk.
My theory about guys named Todd never making it to 40.
I thought there was never 30, but so be it.
Well, as the years wear on.
I see.
You see, that was 5 years ago.
Through now.
I keep adding on 5 years every 10 years. Do you see how that works?
Yeah, not allowed to get closer to you than...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's calling from Lodi, so he wants to know if he's got a penis piercing. We'll be back. Hey, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board certified. Addiction medicine specialist, everybody. Kandace Krueger is our guest tonight. She is Miss USA 2001. The topic is ovarian cancer, breast cancer. Really? Couldn't they just stick with the breasts and then move on to world peace? They have to go downstairs, too.
What? Ovarian cancer, too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's part of it.
Mm-hmm. Breast and ovarian.
And what's your stance? It's bad? Or you're not for it? Or where do you stand on it?
Well, as far as ovarian cancer goes, it's so important that women that are aware of the symptoms, because a lot of symptoms are common symptoms that women have, very often. And so a lot of times it goes unnoticed and undiagnosed, unfortunately.
Well, how often...
in the early stages.
If a woman is not sexually active, Drew, and not on birth control, how often should she hit the gynecologist?
Well, still once a year after 18.
But if you're sexually active and on something, isn't it twice a year or a little more often?
Not necessarily.
My idea of the gynecology mobile was something. Again, my ideas are scoffed at, but so are Da Vinci's. Do you see what I'm saying? But now we see him for the genius he was.
I'm not sure that he wasn't the genius in his own time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but still, people took it, look at these helicopters and parachutes and things and said, this will never pass. This will never come to be.
Right.
But me with my vagina mobile.
And your dogs?
my dogs that sniff and smell cancer in women's crotches. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, because you can train a dog to smell anything. I mean, they can smell a joint rolled in coffee grounds. It's welded into a truck fender at the border, right? They can smell traces of cocaine or TNT. They just train a dog to smell for whatever they want the dog to smell for. It's kind of an interesting process. I always thought they had some dogs for some smells.
That's not true?
No, I think the popular conception or misconception
is
that
dog, this is the cocaine dog.
Beagles are good with TNT and explosives, and greyhounds are good with. No, actually, greyhounds aren't good with anything because they do too
skittish. Yeah,
I think they like the coke. I think that's the problem. But the thing is they teach any dog to do. They get them from the pound. They just go to the pound and they look for ones that are rambunctious. That's the only thing they look for. They want dogs that are really lively, and they train all these dogs with a towel. And what they do is they...
A towel?
A towel. They take a towel, and they take any dog, and they roll this towel up, and they put rubber bands around it. It's like a hand towel, like something you'd wash your car with or something. And they make a little toy. And they make this thing into a big deal for these dogs. And these dogs go berserk to get hold of this little towel. And then they make a game where they hide this towel. And the dog's got to find it. And they start putting the scent of whatever they want the dog to find, the coke or the gunpowder or whatever, on this towel, and they start hiding it around, and the dog just starts scratching and going nuts. That's what the dog thinks it's going after.
Right.
And the trainer, the guy at the airport, will always have this little towel with him, and when the guy does find the kilo of coke, he'll always throw the dog the towel immediately, and the dog will go running away with his towel. The dog thinks he's going after like an 89-cent towel you'd get in a 5-pack from Pep Boys, really. And he's sending people to prison for consecutive life sentences. It's really a bizarre thing, and I never knew it was every dog.
Wow.
But the point is they can teach these dogs to smell anything, and they can now teach them to smell out skin cancer.
Yeah.
Because everything's got its own smell. Cancer smells like something. So, the dog sniffs the crotch. It's non-invasive. They don't have to get up on the stirrups.
It may be not invasive. It's a little intrusive.
Right.
It's intrusive. It's not invasive.
Okay.
They don't have to get up. They don't have to drop their panties. The dog will go right through the panties. I mean, you can sniff through a suitcase. You can sniff through a panties.
I think better the dog than you.
Oh.
Well, how dare you? How dare you?
You've seen him in action. Shocking.
That would be a little less intrusive.
Yeah.
Did he do something during the break?
Yes. All right. So this is going to be the next step. Women just sit up. We run the dog right past them.
And please let me know. I will be the spokesperson.
Oh, this will work.
I want to save lives. I don't know about you guys. For me, it's about saving lives. Okay.
If you find the dog that can do that, you let me know.
You can train them.
I have a beautiful Great Dane.
You can easily train him.
Right about the right height.
Great Dane.
Oh.
Great Dane's liable to have sex with you, though. That dog take a whiff and then mount you. You can't do that with the Great Dane. You got to get a smaller dog.
He does weigh about 150
That's what I'm saying. There's not a goddamn thing you can do with it. Trust me. Trust me. Once he wants you, just trust me. Okay? And enough said?
I do need to find him a girlfriend, though. Poor guy.
Yeah. And he could break stuff, right? You don't want to. He's all pent up. Todd?
Hello.
Oh yeah. Todd is 36.
How's it going, guys?
Good. You have what's going on with your penis?
I recently put a barbell in it.
Oh, okay.
And my girlfriend really enjoys it, and she was kind of concerned whether
she does not.
She loves it, and she was concerned whether she was going to get a callus on her G-spot.
From the now, how does the barbell go? Does it go through?
It runs lengthwise, and it's on the bottom.
How does that have anything to do with her G-spot?
Wait a minute, hold on there, Drewski. How can the barbell run through?
He's ankling.
You said it ran lengthwise.
Yeah, it's in the foreskin, about 1 inch from the head.
And it goes front to back?
It's in the bottom.
It goes front to back, though.
Right.
Lengthwise.
Not side to side.
No, right. Lengthwise.
I understand, but it's Todd we're talking to.
Well, that's true, but I believe him. Are you circumcised?
Yes.
And you just took whatever was left of the skin there and just put it through?
Well, there's actually a little tube there from the circumcision itself.
So it's on the underside, right?
Right. There's like a natural piercing.
So let me ask again, what does that have to do with the G-spot?
Well, that's where she likes me to hit it. And she was curious if it's going to possibly build up a callus to that.
No. And how long is this barbell?
It's probably 3/8 of an inch. It's pretty small.
Is that this?
Yeah. So, not much. All right. And it just hangs off the bottom of your penis.
Right.
And when you have an erection, does it stick out further than the head of your penis?
No. It's about
just
an
under
inch
there.
From the head.
Right.
And all right.
And stop thinking about your own there.
Yeah, right. All right, hey, Todd, good times, everybody.
All right, hey, thanks.
All right, enjoy that life.
Okay.
All right. To me, see, you could never convince me that was just, hey, to each his own.
No.
I always think that guy's wildly effed up, and I could never hang out with him.
Right.
Not for a billion years.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make him bad, just makes him...
Not your friend.
No, just, here's what he is. Flawed. I don't know anyone who does that, and I couldn't hang out with them. No matter how nice they were.
I wouldn't even use a pejorative term like flawed. I would just say it means something.
That's right.
Means something.
And whatever that something is, you don't want to hang
You don't
out
want
with.
to know.
You don't want to find out.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Yeah.
you're 19?
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay. I'm bisexual, and I like my best friend and her boyfriend, right?
You're in love with them both.
Well, I'm not in love with them, but I really like them.
Right. All right.
Okay, and we were playing this game. It's like, it doesn't matter what it was, but we were looking through her
No boundaries here. You get that?
What?
It's all good.
All right.
What I'm saying?
We were looking through her movies, and we came across their porn tape that they had made of themselves. And I jokingly said, well, let's watch that. And they were both like, yeah, okay, sure. And so we watched it, and now, like, I don't know what to do, you know? Like, I feel weird when I'm with them now.
Oh, just after having seen that.
Yeah.
That's healthy. And it's healthy that you finally have some boundary you're not willing to cross.
How much of it did you watch?
The whole thing.
Oh, did you get turned on?
Yeah.
Okay. So, why are you so freaked out now?
Well, I mean, like, they don't know that I like them.
Well,
like?
Well, listen, hold on. If
you're lesbian.
True, please. If you're going to sit there and watch a half hour of them humping, they're probably going to assume you're pretty open to things, that you might have some interest.
I'm open.
Oh, I know. You're open. You're a regular convertible. And so I'm assuming that they probably want some sort of threesome or something.
Well, I mean, do you think that? I mean,
I don't think they would sit you down and show you the graphic tape of them having sex if they didn't have some interest in that themselves.
Yep.
You understand? It's not like they were showing you slides from their vacation to Israel last summer.
Maybe that was the invitation.
This is the Wailing Wall.
Okay, well, there's another thing too, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I was in 7th grade. I was diagnosed with severe clinical depression.
Yeah, you sure you're not bipolar?
No, I'm not.
All right, and you've got some trauma history too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to you?
Oh no, I don't have trauma. I mean, I've just since I can remember, I've been really depressed.
Okay.
I don't think she knows what I mean.
Well, you ever molested?
No.
Did your dad drink?
No.
Anyone beat on you?
No.
You know your dad?
Yeah.
Do you love him?
Yeah.
Your parents are together?
No.
When did you lose your virginity?
15.
14?
15.
14.
And when did your parents break up?
2 years ago.
All right. Okay, what are you doing now besides watching your friends F?
What do you mean, what am I doing right now?
Go to school?
I mean, in general, you know?
Oh, yeah, school. I work. I have a job. I go to school.
All right. Junior college?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not college. Shouldn't have the word college in it. Get out of that junior college and work full time, would you?
Why the bad boundaries?
I don't know. She's depressed.
Okay.
No, but I have something I have a question.
All right, go.
Okay, they put me on Paxil, and it was working really, really well for a long time, and then it stopped working, and so now they're taking me off of it, but I'm really addicted to it.
It's not an addiction. You get a withdrawal from Paxil always.
Always?
Pretty much, and it's kind of a funny, dizzy, agitated feeling. Sometimes people vomit even.
Right, it's vomiting, like cold sweats.
It's very uncomfortable. You just got to go slow over about 2 to 4 weeks.
All right, good times. And look, if you want to have a little swing and fun with these two people you're in love with, except for when Drew says you're in love with them, and then you correct them and say you're not in love with them. But as you say, in love with them, and they're showing you the porn. And by the way, you had a window there, baby. I mean, when you guys were all sitting around drinking beer and watching them F, that was the time for a move to be made.
Yeah, no. I think she got slightly better instincts than that. I don't think she wants to be with both of them. She wants to be with either of them.
Right. See, yeah, here's the thing about Erin. She's effed up, but not totally.
Exactly.
Just because she didn't have that trauma. She had some depression.
That's right. And there's some trauma there, but we couldn't find it.
Right. I want to talk to Justin here, who's going to school me on the C-ring. Justin?
Yeah.
What's up? What'd I get wrong on that C-ring?
Hey, you're way wrong on the C-ring, Adam. But first of all, I wanted to say, Dr. Drew, I think you're the coolest. You're so smart. And Adam, I think you're lame, really.
All right,
every time you do the Ace Rockola thing, I turn the show off.
All right, Justin.
That's great to know, you jackass.
So what's the question?
Remind me to kick your ass next time you're in L.A.
So what's the question?
Ace Rockola. You do put your testicles through the C-ring.
Not traditionally, no.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Now, wait a minute. Is that the classical C-ring or the traditional C-ring?
On flaccid, you put them both through it.
Untrue.
No.
I'm not saying that they don't manufacture one that works that way, but traditionally, the C-ring is about as big as a ping pong ball around. And then they got the ones that have the little harness thing that you wear, too.
Yeah.
Or what else, Justin?
Just that.
All right, genius. Go back to your loser job. Back to your $8 an hour with no benefit.
You can't take any criticism, can you? You don't like a little negativity.
Kiss my ass. Jackass. Idiot. You know what? I'm doing Ace Rock Cola tomorrow night, Justin. That's just for you, buddy. And listen, let me say this, too, about tuning out this show. I didn't even know we were on in Detroit. Justin was calling from Detroit. And all of you, tune out. I give a rat's ass. Tune out now. Shut your radios. I don't even know what station I'm on. I don't know what city I'm in.
Nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening. That's the way I approach this show every single night. Drew, please answer me. Do I know how many cities are we in?
Do I know?
Do I know?
No.
Are we in 80?
Probably.
Drew, don't play stupid.
I don't know the number.
You know.
I don't know the number.
You know within 10.
I'd say 80.
All right. How many stations do I know of that we're on out of the 80?
6.
Thank you. Okay. So tune out, all you a-holes. Jim?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
You're 22. What's up?
Happy Halloween, guys.
Thanks, Jim.
I was wanting to ask Drew and also get Adam's opinion on, like, what's the deal with marijuana? How come you don't like it so much?
I like it.
Thank you, amen.
I don't. I don't have any. I don't dislike it or like it. I just dislike what it does to people, and I have to deal with it every day in my clinical practice.
Well, to be fair to you, Drew, you don't dislike booze either until people start abusing it.
Yeah, I don't sit in judgment of anything anybody does except when it harms them. And for me not to speak up,
aspect of it.
Yeah, if people want to smoke pot, I could care less. But whatever people want to do, I don't care. But when they do stuff that starts to hurt them, it's really my responsibility to sort of bring it to their attention. That's all.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
Wait a minute.
No, that wasn't dismissive. No, okay, go ahead.
Well, look, we've talked about this, the whole 6 years I've been here, but we haven't talked about it in a little while, which is, I don't think either one of us look at weed as any different than anything else. Mm-hmm. It should be legalized. Mm-hmm. You should have a choice as an adult whether you want to participate and use it or not. But here's the problem.
Like alcohol, yeah.
A lot of the guys that smoke weed smoke it every day, and they claim there's nothing harmful about it, and they claim they're fine. Meanwhile...
No, it's good for them.
STML is totally, yeah.
All right, they claim it's totally benign and it's better than booze and so on and so forth. But look, we can tell by talking to the person that they're scrambled.
Yeah.
And so if you want to get high on Friday night when you're done with a good long work week and you're not driving, then by all means go home, order pizza, and have a bong load. But you guys who have a bong load before you head into school or before you head into work are kidding yourself when you think it's not affecting you.
Right.
It is.
So it is.
I know guys who smoke weed all the time. They're screw-ups.
Really?
Even if they're functional, even if they're holding jobs down and making money and taking care of business, they would be better if they were not baked.
Right. They're not 100% because of the...
I'm even less harsh on that topic than I believe there are some people that can smoke every day for long periods of time with nominal, almost no measurable effect, but eventually there will be. Without exception.
All right. Kandace, you smoke any weed? They
Never. I'm serious.
They tell you got to say that, though, right?
No, I honestly never have.
The Miss USA board gave you like a laminate that you keep in your purse that you have to say.
How to answer these questions.
Never smoked weed? Never?
No.
Never done a beer bong?
I tried once.
Tried a beer bong?
It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Came through my nose.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's not so fun.
That's how you know the lady's not a keeper, by the way. I can't handle the bong. That's my litmus test.
I have to tell you about my our ring dunking at Texas A&M.
What'd you dunk?
We have our Aggie rings, your senior ring, and it's a big deal at A&M when you get your senior ring. Mm-hmm. And there's a tradition that you have to dunk it in a pitcher of beer, and you're supposed to you put it in a pitcher of beer, the ring in the bottom. You're supposed to get the ring, dunk the pitcher of beer, and have the ring in your mouth, and drink the beer in the number of seconds of the year you graduate in. So I graduated. Well, I was senior class of '99.
Right. Yeah, bad times. But are the
so you have to continually drink beer for 99 seconds?
The pitcher. Oh. Well, you're right. You're supposed to finish. You're supposed to dunk the pitcher in the number of seconds of the year you graduated. So I was class of 99.
You say you dunk. You mean chug the
right until you get to the bottom and you get the ring in your mouth.
Right. What are they doing in 2001?
101 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
But wait a second.
That would be tough.
If the ring is at the bottom of the pitcher,
right?
Well, why do the second thing? Why not just chug the pitcher and get to the ring? And that's just a standard rule. Why do you need the time part?
Well, it's just, kind of, it's a goal.
Because otherwise you'll set it down and take a breath.
Might take all night.
Makes it fun.
You have 300-400 kids to get through it at night.
I see. So what'd you do? When did you pass the ring, I guess is my question, because obviously you swallowed it, right?
It's been a couple of years ago.
Oh, still there.
Were you cramping into a colander for the next
Actually,
week?
it's on my finger now.
So what happened?
And it took me 97 seconds.
To chug the entire pitcher of beer and get to the ring. That's wonderful. But never smoked weed.
No.
Listen, here's what we got to do. I got to ruin you. That's what I have to soil you. There's a process that we need to partake in. Do you understand?
She already feels dirty just hanging out with me in this radio show.
We're gonna smoke some weed.
Oh my.
We're gonna chug some pitchers. We'll get you to relax your throat so you can do that beer bong. You know what I mean? It's just about relaxing and opening up the throat and not thinking. Just going. Just listening. Listening to instructions and relaxing.
Not
right,
thinking.
Bro? Right? Am I right?
That's what you always done for me.
I think that seems to be a lot of the problem.
We'll be right back. All right. We'll get started after this.
What's up? This is Aaron from Stame, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew over there. Kandace Krueger is our guest tonight. Miss USA 2001. We're just talking about football, college football during the break in Oklahoma. Now, you went to University of Texas?
A&M.
Texas
A&M.
Okay. Listen, everybody gets really offended when you name the rival school that's right next door to their school, but understand no one gives a rat's ass. Do you understand? To us, it's all like the same place. So, here's my point. You guys got to travel over to, is it Norman, Oklahoma, to play Oklahoma? I think that's where they are, right? I don't know why, but I was thinking about Gary, Indiana. I was thinking Gary, Indiana and Norman, Oklahoma to get together, because they're both like two cities are just named after a guy. First name, too, by the way. What was the guy's last name?
Fat white guys, too.
Yeah, hey, Gary, that's Norman. Norman, Gary. Fantastic. You want to know why you have an image problem? Your name Gary. We don't even know what your last name is. Gary the State. That's how I know the guy. Or Gary the City. Let's, Drew, why don't we talk to Tyler?
Sure, I was thinking about that. All right.
Yeah, that's nice of you. You're 16, Tyler.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good.
Good. Just want to compliment on the show. It's awesome.
Great.
And just want to say that Kandace is really hot.
Yeah.
And I got a big poster up on my wall of her. It's
Do you?
Cool.
Where'd you get that poster?
I got it downtown at a shop in Seattle. Has like Miss America 2001 on it.
How did they Miss USA.
It's actually Miss USA.
Hold on. That's different. Wait, there's a difference?
It's the wrong poster.
Oh.
Which one are you guys thinking of?
Well, what does this chick look like? Heavy-set black woman, right?
What was that?
What does your poster look like?
She's tall. She's got blonde hair.
Yeah.
And I think she's got green eyes.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That could be her.
That could be her.
Does it have her name on the poster?
I think so. I could walk over here and check.
Yeah, go check.
Why don't you go ahead and do that?
All right, hold on one second.
All right. It's a bad sign
I'm
when
a little surprised. I didn't know there were any posters out there.
Well, this still could be Miss America. Right.
I'm going to be even more surprised if it has my name and says Miss America.
Well.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, no name.
No name. Does it say Miss USA or Miss America?
It says Miss America on it.
Oh.
You're not Miss America.
No.
Why
title.
Miss
Wrong
America
title.
and Miss USA seems a little confusing if you really break it down.
Trump's going to buy the whole thing. Don't worry.
What's the big difference here?
It is very confusing, and I tell you, I'm called Miss America all the time. And it's really frustrating.
Well,
the main difference, though, is that Miss USA has the opportunity to go on and compete at Miss Universe. I competed at Miss Universe in May and had a great time. I was second runner-up, and Miss America stops competing at Miss America.
Where was Universe this year?
Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tyler?
It was beautiful.
Have you beat off to the poster?
The poster, no.
Okay.
No, I think
Thank you.
Well, now that it's not Kandace, go ahead.
Yeah. Now I got to get another one, I guess, right?
All right. Hey, by the way, I find that quaint and patriotic and sad all at the same time. That a 16-year-old will go get this poster with all the great internet porn floating around out there.
Don't want to get caught by the parents and all that good stuff.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Good times.
Good times there, buddy.
Okay. See ya.
All right.
Bye.
I like that. Do you have a poster?
No, not that I'm aware of, but
you should have a poster.
It's a good idea.
To talk to somebody
I was
about
thinking
that.
more of like a life-size cardboard cutout.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the beer.
Yeah. What would you be wearing? What would you be wearing in this? A bikini or the gown?
No, probably a gown made out of the flag.
Oh, nice. Right. And the sash?
No, probably just the crown.
Do you have the sash?
I don't have it with me.
Oh, I see. I would wear it if I
left
were
it
you.
at the hotel.
Just wear it around all day?
Why not? Let people know.
I see.
And plus, clears up the confusion with the USA and
That's
Miss
true.
America.
Well, you wear the tiara too, wouldn't you, all the time, Adam?
Not when I was driving. I want to screw up the headliner of the car. I'd put it on the passenger seat. But yeah, I'd put it on.
And it gives you quite the headache, too.
The tiara does?
It's heavy, yeah.
Is it?
You're just not used to having that much weight on your head.
Yeah, and what could happen? What's the deal? Like we're the first runner-up.
Right.
And they can't just say second and third place, huh? It's got to be second
Gotta be
runner-up.
first runner-up.
Do you realize that it gives everyone an aneurysm when they have to compute that all the time? And people go, I was third runner-up. Your mind goes, like Christ, what is that, eighth place? What is that? Is that first? What is that? But just say first, second, and third. Do it like horses.
Okay.
That's what we
So I was
do.
first. I was
Right. Yes.
first place horse.
Win, place, and show. But if you can't fulfill your duties, does the chick who came in second place have to step in?
That's the rule.
Does she do anything during the year also, or she waits for you to heal?
Nope, she doesn't do anything. She actually was at Miss Universe, because if I had won Miss Universe, then she would have automatically taken over the title.
Oh man, was she rooting for your ass?
Yeah, she was real sweet. But yeah, I think she was there cheering me on.
Who got second?
Miss Grease.
No, I mean who from USA?
Oh, Georgia. Right. District of Columbia and then Georgia.
You remember that, Drew?
Yeah.
Did you vote for Georgia?
I did until she choked.
Until she started talking?
Yeah.
She was beautiful, though. And Tiffany and I to be good friends.
Good looking, huh?
Yeah.
Dark-haired girl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tiffany always the dark hair. I got my name theories. And how did she choke, Drew, really? Seriously?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I just remember, and I'd see...
You remember what the question was?
No, what I do remember...
Candace, do you remember how pumped up you were when she choked? Like you were like, yes, choke,
No,
bitch.
because to be honest, I didn't
choke
really...
on those words.
I didn't really think at that time that she had choked.
She
until I watched the video later. I thought, well, she kind of stumbled a little bit.
And what was interesting, I thought to myself, she probably has something to say, could do a lot better job, but she just didn't.
It is tough. There's a lot of pressure up there.
What was her? And she had the same question, right?
For the final question in the top three, we all have the same question.
And it was, what about breast cancer?
It was regarding cloning.
Oh, cloning. Jesus Christ. I may have seen that, actually.
Something Shatner knew a whole lot about, too.
Did he?
A bunch of follow-up questions, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. He should have had his hair cloned back in the 70s. Did you ask him why, when he found his wife floating at the bottom of his pool, he went inside and called 911 and didn't get her out of the pool first? I always found that fascinating in a morbid way.
No, but he actually had just been remarried the week of the show.
Well, dynamite.
Beautiful lady.
Well, she's got something to look forward to. True. As far as instincts go, wouldn't you think to get the person out of the pool before you went and made the call? That's just me. And all right. And people always go, well, you never know what you'd do. And I always go, yeah, I would. I would. Like in movies when the headlights are coming down the dark street and the guy freezes. No, wouldn't freeze. Get my ass right out of the way. Yeah. And saw the wife at the bottom of the pool. Probably get her out of the pool before I went back into the house. What did you say, Drew?
Reasonable.
Reasonable?
Yeah.
All right. You never know, though. You might freeze up. You might just go in and watch TV, right? You never know. Mike?
Yeah.
You're 15?
16.
16?
Yeah.
You've only been on hold for a while.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm not circumcised. And
all right.
I'm just wondering, and I've got some other thing. It's like the urethra is on like the bottom.
Phimosis.
Something.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Real train wreck down there. So you pee out of the bottom. Where does the urethra come out?
Towards the bottom of the head.
Things didn't fold all the way.
Toward the bottom of the head.
Like, well, it's on the bottom.
All right, yeah,
it's weird. I don't know.
Drew's going to draw another picture of a nutsack going through a hoop.
It's more like...
Drew's drawing your penis right now.
So it comes
Where
out.
does your urine come out?
Like that.
It comes out basically straight.
Fold.
Where?
I have an erection. It comes out straight down. It's weird.
Oh, but you're so lucky for that morning whiz.
Yeah.
Well, everyone else is peeing all over the magazines and stuff. You're going right down into the toilet.
Well, it's hard to judge if it's gonna go straight down. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's weird.
I know, but then what about where's the the white stuff come out of?
Same hole.
Same hole, huh?
Yeah.
I still think it's a blessing. I mean, in terms of beating off and that kind of thing.
So, what's your question?
I'm kind of self-conscious about it.
About the phimosis?
And about not being circumcised.
Well, wait a minute. Don't you have to pull back your foreskin in order to urinate?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Worldwide, many more guys are uncircumcised than circumcised.
At my age, though?
Worldwide, yes.
Yes, but not in
this country, but worldwide.
Look at it this way. All those guys in the Taliban, uncircumcised.
All of them. Guaranteed.
So you have some role models. There's just some great attractive men. I mean, the women love them.
By the way, to all the people who've been arguing with us that the circumcision creates great trauma and that kids are never the same.
Yeah.
Really?
Here's a bunch of guys with foreskins trying to kill everyone in the United States.
Yeah, they kind of blows a hole in that little theory they had.
Sort of, yeah. Well, no, here's the... Imagine how bad they'd be if they weren't.
Oh, there you go. That's true. And the phimosis is one of the more common...
it is?
Abnormalities. Yeah, it's pretty common.
Okay.
It's not super common. It's like one of the more
What do your friends think? They make fun of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, smart.
Well, I mean, I've told a few people, and they're just like, well, that's weird. What does it look like? And they kind of want me to draw diagrams, too.
They don't want to get a look at it?
I'm not giving a bunch of my friends a look.
Oh, really? Yeah. My friends would have insisted on a look.
They do, but I'm just like, I don't think so.
All right.
Your friends would just take a look.
You hold it up and take a leak on them.
Right. Imagine the advantage you might have had.
Yeah. All right, Mike, listen.
It's like a periscope.
You're going to be fine, but what about this phimosis? Can they get this operated on or corrected? Or,
yeah, absolutely.
They can?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you want to correct it, it can be. In fact, I'm surprised they didn't sort of get at you a lot earlier.
Hey, Mike, look into that correction. Because if you're going to do it, better to do it now than at 30.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I just wanted to say, Adam, you're the best.
Thanks, buddy.
You're my role model. And that guy, Justin, who called up and said, you're not good.
Right.
He's an idiot.
Thank you.
And Drew, you're good, too.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
No, so you had to ruin it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk to...
Sally?
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 Sally.
Yeah, hi.
What's happening there, Sally?
Hi. How are you?
20 years old. What's up?
I had a kind of question or comment type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I don't know whether it was you or Adam, but you told a girl, I think she mentioned that she was in junior college, and you said to get out or something.
Yeah, Adam said that. That was Adam.
I thought that was kind of crappy advice because here I am, I'm going to junior college. Unfortunately, I'm not, rich enough, or I'm not, I don't have enough money to pay for.
No, you gotta replace the word rich with smart.
Well, no, it has nothing to do with smart.
Oh, yes.
I had everyone goes through different types of situations in life, and unfortunately, I went through a different situation. And
what happened?
I'm making very good grades.
What happened at school? What happened?
I'll tell you, she got a 750 on the SAT. That's what happened.
No.
What happened?
Anyways.
What was that circumstance in your life? What happened?
Well, it's just situations with families.
What happened?
just family fights, and then I had to live with my dad, and then I was back and forth with my mom, and so I was getting out of, they were taking me out of school a lot, something that was out of my hands. So therefore, I just moved out, and I started going to junior college. I'm paying for my school. I'm getting good grades, and I feel that, I can be getting the same level of education as if someone in college. And unfortunately, my situation was different.
That is not true. I believe if that was true, Drew would kill himself right now.
No. And, unfortunately, I just thought it was kind of crappy to tell people, people have a lot of different situations in their life, and unfortunately, some people are not able to go to college.
That's why some people...
Doesn't make them any less than other people.
Right.
All right. Junior college doesn't make me any less than someone who's going to senior.
Well,
here, Silly.
Yeah. I think
way to go.
I think it does.
And good for you for furthering your education.
And standing up against this diabolical sidekick.
Yeah. Listen, it is true that it does make you a little bit less than someone who's going to state college, but someone who's going to a state college is less than someone who's going to a university, right?
Right.
So there you go. You see this whole pecking order, and those people are a little bit less than the people who are going to the Ivy League schools, right? All right, baby.
Well, I commend you on your effort.
I just don't think I'm any less than someone who's going to a college, unfortunately, because of my situation.
Well, here's the good news.
I'm getting good grades, and I'm doing very good, and I'm planning to go to CISA next year.
Moving up to the state.
Okay, all right. Listen, so I don't want to... you're working hard. Here's all I'm saying. 7/8 of the people who are currently enrolled in the junior college system should not be in school. They're bad students who should be out working for a living.
Well, I think a lot of those students are probably forced to go to school because their parents really want them to go to school. They may not want to be in college. A lot of times they're not really dedicated.
No, they don't. It's an angle. We never thought about the parents made them go to
school. They don't particularly have the drive to go to college.
Parents don't make you go to junior college. They know by this point it's over.
It's not that, but it's if your parents are taking you from one school and then from another school and back and forth in their situations at an age of 17, 60s in life, then
all right, but
obviously
Sally, you promised me by year number 7 over there you'll quit, right?
No, I'm getting very good grades, and I'm actually, I'm planning to go to CISA next year, and I've already got a couple of things. I'm taking care of what needs to be taken care of.
All right,
I just thought it was kind of, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of lame because I'm struggling very hard, and I'm struggling very hard in my school, and then just to hear that, I thought it was kind of like, that was not right.
You're not going to listen to me anyway.
True.
So just keep working hard and go to college.
That's what I'm going to do.
Excellent.
CSUN, I don't have the heart to tell her. It's not a real college either. That's... Damien went to... Listen, Damien, did you graduate from University of Northridge?
Tara, don't call me Tara, goes there.
Yeah, sorry, kids. That's not a real school either. I'm sorry to break that.
At least she's doing something.
Right. But I'm saying... she should be stringing beads and probably really working on a career.
Adam, which university did you go to?
I didn't go.
Hard Knocks.
Oh. I didn't go. But listen, Damien graduated from CSUN. Now he's making $450 an hour warming up to his coffee. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Should we take a break?
Hey, Adam, real quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sally, I guess she was, when she was being screened, she said, she was using the S word a lot, and she says, why can't I use the S word if they say asshole all the time, though?
That's what they teach you in junior college.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Here, I just want to make this ultra clear, and then we'll go to break. College is meant for some people, and some people are meant for college. But we have this thing in this society where everybody's supposed to go to college, where no student should miss the opportunity of going to college. I myself was not cut out for college, and neither was anybody I hung out with in junior high. And for us to go would have been a waste of time. And by high school, I think I said junior high, but I meant high school. By high school, you know why? Because you get good grades and you study hard and you score well on tests. I did none of those things, and neither did any of my friends. We could have went to the local junior college, and a couple of my friends did. And they stayed in for like 19 years, and they still don't have a degree. And the reason they don't have a degree is because they're not good students. I would say get out, learn a trade if that's not your thing. Learn plumbing, be an electrician, be a nurse, get your degree, not necessarily a 4-year degree, but get it in nursing, get it and be a computer tech, do something, get some job where you make $30 an hour and get going. But then, by the time you're 22, instead of having your junior college degree and taking a couple classes at CSUN, you're making $30 an hour, and you got the medical and dental. That's all I'm saying. Hey, everybody. Tara's mad now because she goes to Cal State Northridge, but, geez, look at, so does,
Cal State Northridge should be mad.
Damien over there. True, seriously, as a guy who went to Amherst, you make fun of those schools, right? Stop being nice. You know, you die. No, hold on a second. Let me just throw this out, Drew.
Yeah.
If one of your kids went to junior college,
I'd kill myself.
You would light yourself on fire like a Buddhist monk in protest, right?
Yes, I would.
You just douse yourself in kerosene on the steps of Valley College and set yourself ablaze, right?
Yeah.
Like they would protest the Vietnam War that way.
Yeah.
If one of your kids went to Northridge, you would what? Just cut your leg off with a chainsaw?
I'd fall on a sword in front of him.
Y'all are harsh.
Fall on a sword.
I've never said anything that made Adam laugh, ever. This is the first.
It's so funny because I'm just looking at Tara and Damien right now. Listen, you're still ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game. You're great kids. You're dynamite. You're both going places. I'm just saying, I know Drew. He's a snob. It's not me. Not salt of the earth over here.
He just have you not go to school at all.
I'd say don't go at all, right.
Please call her Tara. She's going crazy.
Oh, did I call her Tara? Oh, sorry, Tara. That's right. Hey, fall on the sword.
Oh, here we go. Well, hey.
Marisol?
A little history there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're 21.
Yes.
What's up?
Well,
hold on. Damien is trying to defend himself by phone screener Damien by saying he got accepted to USC, UCLA, and what is that? San Francisco.
Liar, whore, you know
Santa
it.
Cruz?
That makes him dumber then for choosing Northridge in my book. All right, go ahead there, Marisol.
okay, well, I've been, going out with this guy for, over a year, 6 months. And throughout this whole year, it's been whatever's between us. I mean, he basically told me, in the beginning that he didn't want no relationship or whatever. So I was like, okay, fine.
It was not fine. Let's just be clear. From the beginning, it was not fine.
Huh?
It was not fine to you, was it? You just told him it was fine.
Well, actually, when he told me that, I was like, okay, fine. So I I never took him serious.
Right.
Like relationship-wise. So, I would always go out and, go out with guys, but never, have sex or anything. But see, I would always have sex with him. And then, this year, recently, it's just been, me and him only.
Right.
Nobody else.
Okay. So what's the question?
So now, I came to find out that he used to tell me he had a girlfriend, right? So I found out that he lied to me and I found out that he lied. And he didn't have a girlfriend.
Oh, that son of a bitch. I can't believe he didn't have a girlfriend. You must be outraged.
I was like, so, why did he lie to me? I mean, he didn't have to lie to me. He should have been straight out with me.
Well, maybe he's trying to make you jealous or something.
No.
Why are you spending 5 minutes worrying about this guy?
Exactly.
I don't understand. He lied saying he had a girlfriend?
To keep her from getting too involved in the relationship. I can't get involved by making a girlfriend.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, I thought that's pathetic,
Okay, well, he's into you a little bit, but not that much. So why don't you find a guy who's really into you so you feel good? Wouldn't that feel better?
Yeah, but
there you go. That's it. Listen.
That he lied to his friends too, though.
Marisol, everything else is denial. This guy is not into the relationship the way you are. You want more.
You deserve more.
You deserve more. You're denying to yourself how you feel. It's a miserable situation. Let it go.
He's an idiot. He lies.
He's an idiot, right.
And you just Find somebody else, all right? And don't let him get you pregnant. You hear me? Did you?
That's the thing, because I tell him too, like, you know, I don't want to get pregnant. And, you know, lately, like, he's been supposedly forgetting, you know, to pull out.
Well, pulling out is, whether he pulls out or not, you're going to get pregnant.
Forgetting to pull out.
There's no forgetting about it.
Well,
You know, he's done that already, like, 5 or 6
Wait, Marisol, even if he does pull out, you can still get pregnant.
I know, but I haven't, though, you know?
Right, so never happened.
No, so...
Right. Hey, Marisol, please, baby, you got to take control of your life.
Get a birth control, please.
Don't let him get you pregnant. It'll ruin your life, and it'll have adverse effects on my life, too, because I'll have to help with the kid. So do not let him get you pregnant, and then find a good guy who loves you, okay? You're worth it.
But see?
No, but
No, see. No.
She could have been saying yes and agreeing with this. She's Hispanic, Drew. She said, but
she said no, see.
She meant yes, I agree. All right. Carl?
Yes.
You're 25?
Yes.
I'm gonna read your questionnaire. You've suffered from shrinkage from your what
does
word
that mean?
Is that?
Yeah, shrinkage.
Your penis is shrunk?
No. Basically, when I'm limp, I'm really small.
Okay. You don't have a good gym dick, as I like to say.
Exactly.
Doesn't look good in the gym.
All right. What's your question?
How is it when it's hard?
Fine. Actually.
All right. Relax. Fine.
That's it.
Relax.
Nothing you can do about it.
That's it.
Just try not to let people see it. When you got to chub it up a little bit before you let people see it. You get that sort of half a